All right. There we go. Oh shoot, I forgot to. All right, I need to figure out how to add Nightbot to my stream. Oh, great. I'm getting notification noises. I should not be getting notifications. Why am I getting notification noises? How is everybody today? Let's see if um let me see. I'm looking for anything that would have given me disable all notification sounds. There we go. All right, now I can make sure that my now live notification got on my Discord. Hello and welcome. I'm Stooge, and today we are going to be continuing The Root Trees Are Dead. I started about an hour late, and I apologize for that. Uh, yeah, it's a thing. All right, and you can join my Discord here if you're on Twitch. Let me pop out my Twitch earlier. That's so weird. I pop out my or not my Twitch, my YouTube. I pop out my YouTube notification or my YouTube chat and says, "Sorry, live chat is currently unavailable." And what's this? This is live chat. I don't know. It is what it is. All right. Yeah. Brain farts. I've got them. Let me see if I go here. Make sure this is the right thing. Still, it is. There we go. There's the Twitch Discord link. My brain. Hello, Pokey. Yeah. What is this chat emote? Rat chat. Interesting. I need to I need to get I need to fix Nightbot. I need to fix Nightbot. Add to chat. Twitch. Ugh. Alright. Are these new emotes that have been added to Twitch? Oh. I apologize for the delay, everybody. All right. And it turns out that one of my passwords has been compromised. That's fun. All right. Let's see. Is Nightbot going to be happy? Nope. Oh, that's what you were doing. Okay. Nightbot is online. Set up. Oh, /mod Nightbot. Pokey's sitting there ready to go with that. Um, Interesting. Like, it is recognizing that Nightbot had chat moderation. Um, Integrations. I'm not going to connect it to my Discord. Although there is now a okay. Messages 0% today. Yeah. I guess we're gonna have to look into that post stream, Pokey. All right. Let's go on ahead and get the root tree started. I know that's why everybody's here anyways. All right. Now can I pop out chat? Nope. For whatever reason, I can't pop out my YouTube chat. So I may, if there are chats in YouTube, I may miss them because I can't have it on either side of my monitor, my main monitor, which is the primary method by which I keep track of chat. Oh, right. Okay. Actually, I just need to go here. Properties. Target should be, I believe, D. Continue. Library. There we go. I reinstalled Steam when I didn't need to. No, the root trees aren't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Exit Steam. Let's see what the advertisement Steam has for me. Okay. Do I have it in my in progress? I do not have the root trees are dead in my in progress. Great. Okay, there we go. No, I don't need to play it in compatibility mode. All right. There we go. Hopefully I don't need to... Whoa, what the heck? Why? 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 Oh, wait, no, that's not why. Why is there an echo? Echo the dolphin. Oh, that's why there's an echo. Okay, I just need to do something. Oh, you don't have an echo, but I have an echo. Why do I have an echo? Ah, that's why. All right, there. There is no longer an echo. All right, continue. All right. So I get the impression that the woman who's been dealing with us is the daughter of Simon. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. We have not encountered any of their children. There's the 2 pictures of them. We don't know if this is the right order or not. It looks like the right order, like he looks really young. He could be an actor, and he could be a college student. I don't know if the names are correct. He looks like he's a mechanic. he may be in the wrong place. I could Roottree it, or Roottrees it. Or brute force it. I don't know. All right. She could be a housewife, but I don't think so. Third president. Second president, third president. He is the fourth president. Followed by Carl, who just died in a plane crash. I should take a second look at all of the evidence. So we've got this. And let's see. So there are 2 clues here and 11 clues here. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. So I gotta find Clark and Danielle. But I think we already did that, right? Because this is Clark. And that's Danielle. So that's already resolved. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians or an artist. Carl, yep. The only one who has any discipline is Carl. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. So that would be, we got him, and we got these 2. We don't know Edward's daughter. I could search Edward Roottree. Let's see what comes up if I do that. Nope. That's not it. My cousin Zach's not a bad president. After all, his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. But the free spirits in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. So Clark is her son. And that's Gwen. Those are her boys. That's Zach and his twin daughters, I think. You know what? I bet you I've got the pictures backwards. I still don't know the occupation. If we just go back to here and we look at, like, see how she is separated. Oh wait, no, yeah, these are all Roottree kids. So I know that this is Elias, Eli's second son. Or not Eli, Miracle's second son. This is Miracle's first son, I think. Or, no, grandson. And this is... Alright, let's go here. So, yeah. Miracle and his 2 sons. So that picture is actually in the wrong place. That's here. That should be here. Which means unknown occupation. I'm fairly confident in saying mechanic, although for a time it was fashionable to wear okay, so his name isn't going to be Eli then. I wonder if he's Jack. The Wolf of Roottree. All right, let's see. Go back to here. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never all my knowledge. Yeah. As for my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think we've got Jacob's name. I don't know why I do that. I don't need to do that. I can go here. Yeah. We've got that. Zach's not a bad president. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I did read all that. Cool. What about here? There are 2 clues here. So yeah, this is Sam. Oh, wait. PC. Okay, Zach. Check the records. I managed to confirm all 3 are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, and not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago. Okay. So it's possible that Eli was still a mechanic. Now, I don't know how we will find a picture of Elias M. Roottree. Because I assume, and maybe assumption's a mistake here, but I assume that the M just refers to Miracle, much like over here, Elias C refers to Clancy. And again, I'm making an assumption. I know this. Oh wait. Obviously, if Ernest is a junior, but again, I don't know which order these 2 were born in. Family trees yep, okay. Activist isn't an option for profession. Otherwise, I would do that for Carolyn. Much like Stephanie being in politics. She may not be. She was the first one to do something other than being a housewife. I don't know who that's supposed to be. I wonder if that's actually his son. Let's go back to our evidence. Let's take a quick look at all of our evidence. So these are the 5 pieces. We have Clancy. I can't remember her name. That's Miracle. Okay, basically I can remember the lawyer's name, but I can't remember anybody else's. And then we have the next generation. And this is Eli. And this is Miracle. And this is Miracle Jr. That's Zach. And this is Elias, the other lawyer. I was outvoted by my brothers. Yep. So she insisted we include Sam, but I don't see Sam here. Oh, you got Nightbot working. How'd you do it? Is that why you've been quiet, Pokey? All right. Then we have Miracle Jr., which I find interesting that Miracle Jr., who is the next gen, is in this one. I just removed and re-added Nightbot through the dashboard a few times. Okay. And then who are you? Yeah, I don't even think we have a picture for her yet. And it's possible that these two aren't twins, and that if we go back to our evidence, that these two are twins. But it doesn't... Oh, no, these... Look at that. I've got the wrong person here as a twin. I think it's these two. So I'm actually going to put her back here. I'm going to put her there. Nope, can't do painting. Public speaker? No. I'm making, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm making, artist. There we go. I was making assumptions. Oh, F2. Okay, we do have hotkeys. Excellent. Okay. So I assume F3, F4. I didn't want to hit the link. Okay, what's this? License under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Nice. All right. There's the root of the root trees. I find it so funny that family trees go top to bottom rather than bottom to top, despite the fact that it's a tree. These I don't know. I don't even know if I've got the names right. Like, it's possible that he's Robert and he's Ronald. I just know that those are their names. I should look for another Madsen. Like an idiot, I have not done that. Oh, because we have a Gwyneth and a Nicole. I'm gonna say, yeah. Oh, you know what? I still don't know her occupation. And so, if that's correct, then this is gonna be Nicole. I'm going to assume student, K to 12. Probably similar. But again, I don't know the order of these two. This all may have to switch. Then again, she's in politics, so I could be wrong. Oh, what's... I should look up the other Rafferties. Is there a Rafferty I don't have? Okay, that's probably Chris Rafferty. Married. She may not be... I don't know. Let's go take a look at the evidence again. Wait, what's this? It says November. Is that November? That's probably November. I don't know what November went on to do. Let's take a look and see if we can do a search. Nope. Okay. News alert. Yep. And this keeps getting updated. We've done all of the notable root trees. Elias and Gwyneth Roottree. Have we done Gwyneth? Let's take a look at the family tree and find Gwyneth. Oh, yeah, we did do Gwyneth. No, that's Gwen. Oh, this is Elias and Gwyneth. Right, if we check our names list. Oh, we have a Gwyneth Matson, that's right. Where? Oh, here are the Matsons. You know what? Let me do a search on Gwyneth Matson. Nope. Big surprise. There must be clues. There are more clues inside of here. Like, okay, there's one clue here that I've not acted on. Yeah. The entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottree's diary, written in 1958, it focuses on the day her grandfather announced he would step down. Wait, what? Oh. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president. Pop argued at length that the company should stay within our branch of the family since we still have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. So if we go back here. Yeah. I wonder if I've got these two backwards. Oh, I don't have occupations for them. Because I don't think all of his sons would have become lawyers. Right? Five piece. I'm not sure how. Yep. Okay. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman. But he just laughed. Pop used when he told Ma. Oh, architects, preachers. Granddad was furious. None of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. But that's the lawyer, architect, preacher. Okay. Not even sure Clancy. Okay, but he's the one who was volunteered. Because if I just search Clancy Roottree, okay. I don't get anything. Schoolbound Publishing. There are 11 clues here. Yeah, all my brother. Oh, if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. So, oh, yeah. Edward Roottree. I think I already did a search, yeah. I don't know what, I don't know what her, like, I could totally see it being, I don't know. I don't know. Again, This is from the 70s, so she might be a college student? I don't know. And then there's him, but I don't even know his father's name. She's apparently not a housewife. And that's assuming I've got the right photo. Let me see. Needs more red strings. Maybe a club. How are you doing, Vandabeast? Oh, you know what? No, this is totally, this is totally Madsen Jr., who was the 4th president. So this is going to be Madsen Nicole. But that may not be the right picture. But I'm 90% certain it is. And if we look at names, which means that this is going to be his sister, which I think is Gwyneth. Oh, wait, that'd be his daughter. The reason why I say that, your confidence never let you down. Uh-huh. How are you, Ding? I'm Ding fine. What do you mean my confidence never let me down? No, it's because of this letter here. That I know that's... The photo tucked inside the envelope with a letter beneath the candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry you were unable to attend the funeral. It's tradition to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job can be. I have enclosed a Shiva candle, identical to ours, if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. So, obviously, since I have a picture of his wife, all right. But that may not be him. But it's the only option I've got at this point. If we go back to Free Spirits. Because, I highly doubt... I highly doubt that that's gonna be Ernest Jr. I could be wrong. But everybody else is accounted for. At least all of the males have been accounted for, except for him and him. And of the three, or of the two, he's the one that looks most presidential. And he also looks a lot like what I presume to be his uncle. Go back here. Let's see. So I'm confused why he's here. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he belongs there, but I don't think so. And we've established that he is... I guess... I don't know why Miracle's in both of them. I don't know why Miracle Jr. is in both the Next Gens and the... I don't know why Miracle is in both the Next Gens and the Free Spirits. That's gotta be him. But I don't know what... Yeah. And then if we go back to the evidence and we look at that photo of her and her sons. See, this says film school. So maybe college. I don't know. I'm guessing. Big surprise that, right? And she's apparently, maybe she's a student in college. We don't know what age she was born. Like, if I look up Ernest Madsen, you would think that being the president would actually net you some results, right? Yeah, because we have the first president, the second president, the third president, what I'm assuming is the fourth president, and the fifth president. Oh, let's try this. Periodicals, Business Watch. There we go. All right. An article from 1982 announces that an Ernest Madsen Jr. is taking over the day-to-day operations of Roottree after the previous president died unexpectedly. Little is known about Ernest, but sources close to the family who have asked to remain anonymous have made it clear that he is more than qualified. There are rumors that Ernest had originally trained to succeed Zach Morden, but had been passed up for unspecified reasons. Business Watch also managed to get a quote from the company's publishers. The last 4 years at Roottree have been rough. In an attempt to keep our products relevant to the modern audiences, some of our decisions have had unintended consequences. From fancy flavors misstep to batter up bar, we've taken a bit of a tumble in the public eye, but Mr. Madsen is committed to getting back to basics. So he is definitely the fourth president. This individual is definitely fourth president. Whether or not that's him, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. But I don't. So maybe that's the wrong photo. But I mean, yeah. And I haven't been able to find anything about Carolyn Morden or Hudson Guy. All I can find about Hudson Guy or Guy Hudson. No, Hudson Guy. Is it? There we go. There we go. Angie and Christopher for his fiery do. Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah, has decided to take early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara and I..." Claire and I plan to reflect on life, a life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but he's family. We at Roottree have faith in his innovative ideas, and he's eager to share them with the world. We like to think that boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed. Who would have known that one of those two adorable redheads... Okay. Yeah. They both appeared in the company's advertisements. Oh, boys and girls agree. Let me search that. There we go. New evidence. I still don't know her, that's why. Because I don't know her, profession. Whoever did the art for this, though, like, whoever did the art did a really good job of making it so you can see the older pictures and the younger pictures. Like here. They did a really good job. I am impressed by that. All right. So we know his profession. We don't know her occupation. We don't know their occupation. I think that's where I'm currently stuck, is unknown occupations. And lacking pictures. All right. You find a site about successful ad campaigns. One of the ads listed from the late 50s. Boys and Girls Agree. It is a series of televised and television and magazine ads for Roottree chocolate bars. The ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing. Both of them agree that Roottree is their favorite. The first advertisement in the series was the most memorable due to the bright red hair of the boy and girl involved. One of the magazine advertisements has been added to your evidence. There we go. Okay. You learn from an election results page that Stephanie Jones. Okay, Stephanie also has Barebone's website. Okay, be sure to read the full article in Butler County Times. Landon until her marriage to Brian Jones. Stephanie grew up in home with my mother and her partner. I essentially had an entirely female influence. Though she is a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother Caroline, a local artist who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past, okay, has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies, deforestation, and okay. So Caroline, is it Caroline Roottree? Let's see. Caroline Morden. There we go. You find a cover story about local art installations, including one by Carolyn Morden. There isn't much about Carolyn as a person. This is mostly a listing of art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story, there is an image of Caroline standing beside the large metal sculpture of a mermaid. His caption, Caroline standing next to her sculpture, Atlantis Burden. This sculpture is one of many works featured in her upcoming book, Self-Portrait Art and the Beauty of Women. According to a quote further down, Atlantis Burden is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Okay, we'll come back to that. I want to look at this. I know that that's a picture of her. I was right that she's an artist. I know that he's the president. I just need to figure out one of these two. All right, back to here. Published in 1987, softcover large art photography sculpture dedicated to Eloise and Stephanie. Eloise, okay. Interesting. We only have a first name for Eloise. Mostly black and white pictures of Carolyn's art, the centerpiece is a series of full-color nude self-portraits at different ages, stretching from 25 to 30. They certainly have not been added to your evidence. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation, and in her late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. She especially dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. Okay. Oh, wait, her brother-in-law, Wilson. There are there are 4 men named Wilson. Uh, who she calls completely bogus. Their marriages led her to double down on her passions, art, and the environment. She even married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. She comes out strongly against the Roottree company's effect on the local environment and rues how she was not able to convince her father, Zach, to make changes to policy. She also explains that her marriage to Mark led to the most volatile moments in her life, all negative, and that the only good thing he ever gave her was a daughter. Leaving them all behind for good has pushed her to pursue her true loves, art and the beauty of women. Okay. Interesting that she has Atlantis's head on the pike, or at least he is beheaded. Do we have is Dr. Wilson listed in here, or is it just Wilson? It's just Wilson. Okay. So we don't know. Maybe she is just a housewife. Well done. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You've also unlocked Madison Ernest, Eloise, Lansing Clara, Booyah! Okay. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Although there are a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to game the search results as he pops to the top every time. His website claims that he is the pediatrician to the stars. The only evidence for this is he apparently was the doctor to the Roottree sisters. There is a picture of him on his website as well as a picture of his 3 children. The 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. Regardless, the photos have been added to your evidence. There is also a quote, although credited to his child Jason, you suspect it might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. All right. This must be the... So that's Dr. Wilson, huh? That's Dr. Stephen Wilson. Okay. God, he looks like a freaking sleaze. Steven. Zach. Jim. Jason. Well, he's... Alright. Let's see. I'm going to assume there we go. You also locked Wilson Stephen. All right. Well, that was easy. Let's look. Let's see if we can find anything if we search Chris Rafferty. Nope. So how'd... I think I searched Gwyneth. Did I search Gwyneth Madsen? All right, let's see. Okay. So she could be Gwyneth or Nicole. I think Nicole. Oh, wait. Let's check that letter, shall we? Names are common, who knew? And so, now go through the ones that are filled but not locked and blank out what you don't know. Yes. That's not the evidence I wanted. I wanted this evidence. Oh, for Nicole's sake. So yeah, that's Nicole. And that's Debbie. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Alright. That's Deborah Bean. She's not a student K through 12. She's not a student in college. Hope she's not. Okay, good. Doesn't have her classified as a baby. Oh wait, when did... If we go back here and we look at this, where is it? There it is. 87. Who have a saying, refused to find anything other than find anything. So Carl personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repaid his investment, and now Roottree exists. Yeah. So yeah, he became president in 87. This is 93. So I would expect and I mean looking at her. So we assume that this takes place around 89, 80, you know. This is 93. She should be a college student by this point, I would assume. But she definitely ain't no baby. Unknown occupation. All right. Unless they're both college students, wouldn't that be something? We know... Let's see if we can... Let's actually search Ronald Roottree. Okay, periodicals. Oh, right. Starlet is shut down at this point because Starlet shut down. If we go back here, yeah, 1964. So that's not going to work. Huh. But I can search Gwen. Okay. Again. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottree has power. My husband similarly. Okay, although we've relocated to Paris, I know your readers love to keep up with my husband, so consider this while I have a child on the way, and we're sticking with the Roottree for the last name, not Williams. But we also plan to lean into the alliteration. Okay. So it could be that only one of them. Let me see. Did I search November Roottree? Did I try November Roottree? No results. So I know that that's correct. Oh, right. And we know that Gwyneth is, we can definitely do that. And it sounds based on her contempt of Gwyneth and, yeah, all the other women of her generation. And I'm now definitely certain that that's her. Let me search. Let's try Bonnie Hudson. Did I spell that right? Yep. Oh, no, I didn't. It's Hudson. Yeah, son, not sen. There's still nothing. Yeah, all right. Fine. Oh, what was her brother's name? Guy. What? Business to watch. Oh, gosh, I did it again. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay. Oh, right. Boys and girls agree. That's how I found it. Oh, that's just how I got a picture of it. Let's try this. All right. All right. And his twin sister, okay. Well, we know it's got to be Gwyneth. Or Bonnie, excuse me. I select that because I know that that's definitely her. Because that's him. Possibly a housewife. And again, we don't... Christina Roottrees, let's... Like, we know that that's got to be Christina. Because they all had sons. All the ones that are undecided other than her are all sons. I searched November Roottree and I found nothing. But we know that he had a daughter. And she's in the next gen photo. And that's got to be him. I can't. Nothing for Robert Roottree either. I don't know what her occupation would be. I would assume that she'd be a college student right now, but who knows? I know nothing about his children. According to many sources, although Jim writes the majority of the songs and plays the guitar, Diamond's considered, okay, Diamond's Dazzlers. Oh, let me search. Alright, Diamond's Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail, a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond's Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There is a fierce debate in the subsequent post about whether that's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, one is relevant. The card from 1996 includes a picture of Jim and Diamond's young son, Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. That's an interesting name. The Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They are mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Apparently... Wait, I need to go back after I read this. They were the opening act for the band review. The reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual, and not because of the music, which she describes as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be children of other famous musicians and didn't want that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and well-known unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive, and not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. The reviewer said, although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the seventh track. There is no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistadore, has been added to your evidence. Interesting. And then there's the Christmas. All right. And we know this is Wolf. Well, she's going to be a Roottrees. I'm going to assume Candy. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Okay. You have also locked the following optional entries. That's it, just those 2.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation, but I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake, so I'll try to explain why. It's true, I'm working with lawyers, but not the candy company lawyers, my publisher's lawyers. I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees, especially Elias and the 5 Pieces. The truth often isn't. But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me. To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now.
Yeah.
I'll return one final time, after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's also harder to verify when you're right.
Yeah.
You'll need 4 blood relatives before they lock from here on out. I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Let's see, how many Roottree do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not a multiple of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I just missed one. All right, so let's see. So Madison is not a housewife. Still fairly sure that that's right. I need to figure out November. I need to figure out these two. I still don't know their... Oh, wait. Let's take a look at the evidence. Oh, I have... Oh, this. Alright. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, right. We've unlocked Nicole. What? There were multiple Nicoles, though, weren't there? Oh, that Nicole. I already did that. Okay. Alright. Now back here. Oh, this is 98. Okay, never mind. Is there anything else here? Nope. That's all it gets. Okay. What was I gonna search? Oh yeah. Elias Roottrees Jr.'s name is listed on a website about historical buildings in Butler County. Okay. Oh, gosh. Damn it. Well, that doesn't help. He is listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved called Hunchetop House. But I can't do any good. All right. Let me see. What names do we have available? Pat, Trell, Sam, and Stephanie. Kellogg. Okay. Samantha and Tessa. I think those are the only root trees that we have left that I don't have assigned. Alright, I need to turn this back down because the music is too loud. So I think this is Samantha and Tessa. I don't know their ages, but I do know that that's got to be them. They are definitely going to be students. Let's see, this is in the 70s. So, possibly college. But yeah, a student. Thank you, Pokey. Oh, well, there's this root tree, but that's a male root tree. Let's take a look at the male root tree names we have. I'm gonna say that that's probably Jack. Is Jack a mechanic? Nope. All right. I'm gonna say that she's probably a housewife. Is there any name that we only have 2 of? Let me see. Catrell. Oh, wait, no. That's a Sam Catrell. That's not going to be it. An Edith Jacobson. Kellogg Bethany. And Kellogg... Okay. Is there anyone... Okay, so this would be Kellogg. So they're going to be either Kellogg David and Kellogg Bethany. How do you spell Kellogg? Okay, 2 G's. Because searching for her has given me nothing. Go figure. Okay, and then we still have... Okay. So we can be fairly certain that Catrell, Sam, and Stephanie know. Patricia Jones. It's possible that he took the Roottree name. We've seen that happen a lot. That's Sam Catrell. Did I spell that correctly? Yeah. Oh, cat. No, it's 2 T's. Nope. Okay. Okay. Like, I know this has to be, I know these are probably correct, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's go back to evidence. Let's find out when this picture was taken. This photo is from the 70s. Okay. And she's pregnant. Bethany Kellogg. Nope. Hmm. I think I've tried searching Nicole Madsen. I've tried searching Chris Rafferty. Let's try Jane Leroy. Jane is also listed on a talent listed on a talent for hire site as a wedding singer. Way down in the credential section of her biography, she mentions she got her start as a young girl when she was Jane Leroy of the Lucky Leroys. It also mentions it also mentions to only contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her, and that any and all inquiries about her past or her sister would be ignored. Jane, okay, yep. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Oh. Oh, wait. You know what? I- Okay, I misspelled it. In an article from 1968, you find a small section focusing on young upcoming talent. Modern Music Monthly predicts will make it big. Okay, the Leroy sisters. Okay. Have been touring with the famous faces ever. Youngest Kim is about to step into a prominent role on and are looking to release an album sometime next year. Youngest Kim is about to step on a. Okay, so Kim. Hmm. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. How am I supposed to get? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. I've already tried Chris Rafferty. Big surprise. I've searched that. Interesting that she does not wish to talk about her sister at all. Let's take a look at our. Let's see if we look at this. Just her, and him. How many root trees do we actually have left? Like actual root trees. We have November. We have and him. And I think he's Jack. But I don't. I mean, you can't deny the. I'm fairly sure that that's because look at that resemblance, and also as these two. I bet you. I don't know. I mean, he went to film school, so he's probably a director. Samantha Roottree. All right, so that's not it. Over here is where I put the okay Kellogg's. And again, I don't know what their occupations would be. Like, we know he was a lawyer. It would be hilarious if they all went the same direction. 1, 2. Like, all of them should have actual professions. I mean, she might be a college student at worst because of the age that she, but she should actually have a profession. What it would be, I don't know. I don't know what he would be doing because I can't, like, I've searched Jack Roottree. Well, it helps if I put a space in there. I hate it when browsers do that. And it's not limited to this game that happens. Okay, so let's see. What am I not getting? Like, she's got to be a student. Either K through 12 or college. And this must be the cat trails. Despite the fact that we've got Sam. Like, that's what's really... Well, I don't say unknown female, it's unknown name. This is an unknown male. Because I'm not seeing any more names that I have duplicates of. And surnames. In fact, most of the names are now of wives. Like, I don't have a picture of this Roottree, and I have no idea what he is. Like, is he a mechanic? I don't know. But that's the wrong place for him. But at the same time, he would technically be the next generation. But then, yeah. Random words and phrases. And then we have these two. Like, I doubt Business Watch. Because if we just search Elias Roottree, we're gonna get the progenitor. So what am I missing? Like we have the third and Nicole. We have the grandfather. We have Miracle the third. We have Miracle Roottree, Miracle Jr. And yeah. And then we have Elias and who I presume to be Jack. I don't know. The next generation mechanic is Geordie LaForge. No, that's the engineer. The mechanic is... Actually, I don't know who the mechanic would be. Oh, the mechanic would obviously be Barkley. Barkley would be the mechanic. Yeah, I don't know who... Like, she's too young to be a principal. She could be a teacher, I suppose. I don't know about Chris Rafferty because I can't find anything out about him. Maybe there's something about Clark that I can find that will help me with Chris. Okay, am I spelling Rafferty correctly? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay, that's no help. You have no notifications right now. You have no documents to print right now. Like, I mean, he gives off principal vibes, doesn't he? Or a police officer. I mean, I doubt it will work. Oh yes, vibes, the most admissible of arguments. Aren't they though? I mean, that's how politics happens, right? Is there anything Okay, no. I'm just looking at the way that... Yeah, it's so weird. She's got Neptune's head on a spike for Atlanta. Yeah. Well, not on a spike. She's holding, but Neptune's been decapitated. Is there anything... Nikki and Nina. Oh, wow. Okay. What are the names that... It says there are 10 clues on this page. Oh. Okay. I doubt that that's the case. But the Academy. Let's go back here. Yeah, that's why I figured. Oh, you know what? I wonder. And this is Lauren Roottree. What was her married name? Lauren Rafferty. Re-released as X Marks the Spot. According to the back of the book, this is a buried treasure by Lauren Roottree from the author of the Court series. No, that's not what I want. Okay. And from the author of the Court series. Oh, revisiting the diary. 10 years later. Oh. Scandal! Oh my god. This was a version of Lauren Roottree's diary released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no picture, but has many new passages reflect on her thoughts in 10 years. One major event happened between the releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects. The death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as select pages. Okay. The new diary opens with an explosive incident happened in the decade between the Elias Roottree had died and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain Samantha Roottrees was when a certain name was read out loud. Samantha Roottree. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retain the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. Okay. Well, I'm going to take those off. And her children were not meant to although Sam and her children were not meant to okay. It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was an illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. I saw that coming. But I think we now have, because of the way that this goes, Patricia, the daughter of local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli ever again. Her baby Samantha was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. Oh. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she was unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr., and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottree in the first place. Even though she was not part of the Clancid Trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry entitled Sam. Okay. Okay. Well, this can't be Sam. Can it? I don't think so. I still think that's Christina, but then again, if that's Samantha, but then how did he become president? And that would also clear up the confusion about them not being included in the photo, in the next gen photo here. That's her. That also explains why she's not dressed as finely as everybody else. Oh, that also means that she wasn't a housewife. She was a farmer. Elias, okay. Elias decided Sam should have been a root. Okay. Even though she was not part of the Clancy Trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren. Okay. Yeah. This is a page of additional notes and context from 1975. Okay. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Rootree. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It has been a long time since any real Roottree was excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. Okay. Okay. November is obviously still unknown. As is apparently Nicole. We still don't know what to make of Chris, but maybe there's more information in the diary about Chris too. What I am most ashamed of, let's see if I go back here. Okay, good. Oh, and there's nothing here too. What I am most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course. But I guess that skips the generation. Her children have that covered. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operation would pass to Samantha Roottree. For as long as she was willing, I got flashbacks when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Ew. Ew. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor. I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had grown up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I see. Okay. So then the question becomes, what happened to Ernest? And we still don't know. All right. Begone, peasant! Reading this back, I get deja vu as I write this addendum. Clark's gotten married again. No Roottree has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet, but neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable. Someone in this family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could. Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers. Whenever he could, Eli's marriage seemed fine. Jim's marriage seemed solid as a rock, unintended. Interesting. So who knows what causes these things? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out of the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel. I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio, but still. I don't think a marriage on such a flaky foundation can last. And Lord knows I was right last time. Okay, so I'm going to put that he was in advertising. Because we know that he got advertising from somewhere. And if Elias stepped up, that would make sense. Okay. A rock. Oh, diamond. That makes sense. Okay. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 Elis, for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Our family names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent with our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're ever reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news they got my father's name backwards. Okay. Yeah, I figured that was always going to be the first. Oh, that reminds me down here. This is probably Tessa and Christina. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes based on the teacher's name, she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I did not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry, I'm glad she is gone." That was probably having to do with Samantha. Hmm. There's nothing here. There's something here that I'm missing. But hey, I was right about uh, that being him being a mechanic. So there's that. And we got that figured out. I still don't know what we're looking at here. I don't know about here. I've tried. Let's see if we go back here. Okay. What if okay. Because I'm thinking that EC, Edward Clancy, may have been related to either of them. Let's see if we go back to here. Where's confirmed bachelor? That was over here, wasn't it? And her roommate, his roommate, Mr. Miller. Okay. Hmm. I think I googled Nicole Madsen. I found nothing, or searched. I searched for her. Okay. Is there anything else? No. I've only got this. Hmm. Yeah. Mm, yeah. There you go. Oh, treasure trove. Where was treasure trove? Neither. That note is that note. This this is my uncle. This is my grandpa, etc. Oh, yeah, but we already had all that information. Because you're talking about this one, right? And I think that Edward Clancy Roottree is her uncle. Or not her uncle, but her great uncle. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've already gotten. The thing is, I've already gotten. Like, there's Elias. There's Elias Jr. There's. And then. Here's Elias. Or no, that's Edward. Here. Where's Elias? There's Elias. And there's Elias. Like I've done all the Eliases. If I search Elias, the only one that I but I don't know what her brother does. Well, actually, I assume he does that, but he could also be the one that does. Like the only. So director. I don't know about Chris. Like the campaign mailer. What else is on there for the campaign mailer? Okay. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye. I don't know what other clues there are in the campaign mailer. Like, it's like there's 5 clues here. I don't know what clues it's talking about. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least. For all I know, we don't see eye and eye when it comes to the candy company. But if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. What other evidence is there in the campaign mailer that I haven't acted on? A partial explanation. There's 6 clues here. I don't know what clues there are here. And the 5 pieces add. CSPBA. I didn't know I could move stuff around like that. I assume that's plum. Strawberry. It's like the notables. Yeah. Clark. There are 2 clues here. Which I don't get. Names. EC is going to be Edward Clancy, which is going to be her great uncle, I think. I can't find anything about him. Because this is the clue they're talking about. But when I search it, nothing comes up. So yeah, that's not what I want to click. I want to go back to here. Can I unhighlight? Delete page. Delete page. Good. Don't care. There's a clue in the dynasty, which I don't get. Angie's older than Jack. Yeah, there's Angie. Like, trying to figure out how the evidence is supposed to be working. I just don't get it. And then there's apparently something in... There's a clue in rolling down the river. Or rolling down to the city. Maybe if I just search the song. Okay. Duo occurring many sources. Rolling down. Okay, although Jim writes the majority of his songs, play guitar, often dive in is considered. Yeah. Cherry tree is a pretty general search term. Stop getting there. Okay. The cover doesn't appear. You can't even find a picture of the cover. Okay. Since 96. Alright, I gotta do a quick BRB. Give me a few minutes. I appreciate it. Everybody's patience. All right, I am back, and I appreciate everybody's patience while I am slowly. Um, what if I search this? Oh, I can't do. Okay. All right. So if I search, what if I do this? Spider search. Copy. There we go. An album by Jim and Diamond released in 1995. It wasn't professionally reviewed, though diehard fans of Jim and Diamond online say it was a return to form. The CD was apparently so hard to find in stores that some fans have resorted to selling cassette bootlegs of it. There's a music commerce website that claims to sell the album, but it's sold out at the moment. You do find a short sample of one of the songs called Sun. You add it to your evidence. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cherry Tree is now Sun, the website. Okay. There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone from her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart, in part I'd never be alone. In my heart, I'll always be.
There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone from her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart, in part I'd never be alone. In my heart I'll always be the son of.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't really help. Well, wait. Let's take a look at the female names that we have available. Let's take a look at the lyrics again that we have. It's possible that he is the son of Penelope. Because Sam, Stephanie, Luis, Edith, Patricia, Helen, Joan. Oh, Joan Monroe. Parts unknown. I'll always be the son of Joan. Or part alone. I'll always be the son of Joan. I think that is that. And again, for her, I'd have to make a name. I'd have to choose a name based on whether or not it sounded. Alright, let's go back to clues. Oh, let's turn this down again. Alright, there's still something here. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? According to it satirizes how a part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Okay. Oh, right, I already did this. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottree could make disco this sweet. Band website of the band, about a band unrelated to the Roottrees. He used to work for Modern Music Monthly before the magazine went under. Yeah. Jim Roottree is one. Yeah. The lyrics of this song contain no clues. Okay, so all of the clues that I'm missing are here. Nothing relative to your investigation was found. Instead, most of its play came from roller discos. Big surprise. Liner notes? Nope. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah. Like, only the great-grandson. But... yeah, just trying to figure out... the Wilson kids, notable root trees. Harris. Wolf picture. Merry Christmas. Like, there's 2 clues here. Yeah. Someone in his family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect. Uh... I wonder if there's another revisiting the diary. Darn. Okay. New system coming fall of 99. Let's see if I do this. Author and booked are both required fields. Treasure Trover. No, like Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Eli stepped up. Can't say I can more than I can say for Edward, for Clancy or Edward. Um. But yeah, this just I don't. Thoughts, never before seen entries. From the original author. Interesting that this is... Oh, I guess this is because if we look at the original... I guess the original photo did also have the... Okay. Let's try Schoolbound Publishing. Nope. I am confused. My hair was annoying me. All right. Because there's something to... RR. Wait a minute. What was it? The Clanced what? Trust. The Roottrees versus RR in 94. Okay, RR attempted to unsuccessfully remove a family. RR attempted two arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock. And second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. And this was in 94. The only Roottree born out of wedlock that I know of is Samantha. What crime did she commit against the family? Question mark? Because we know that this is probably Robert. Okay, let's try this. Nope. On a legal oddities website. Okay, no help. Like, RR had to have been RR had to have been either Robert or Ronald. Because there's no other RR that I'm aware of. Right? Let's take a look. Yeah. Robert is the only RR other than Ronald. So it has to be one of those two. And the only Roottree born out of wedlock that we know about is Samantha. And she lived with Edward Clancy. Or Clancy. Yeah, Edward Clancy, because we have Clancy Edward. You can open this envelope when the whole family tree has been filled in. Oh, you know what? I know it seems weird, but that's gotta be it. How old would you say she is? In that picture. Only 1, 2, 12? Okay. And this is 23-ish years later. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it's Clancy or Edward. I knew that, yeah. Occupation, baby. He might have been in advertising too. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can get that information. Let's see. Maybe I'm missing that. Let me see. Business Watch. A notable singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Rihanna. Including Carl's cousin Jim, who had a notable... Okay, yeah. Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottree, okay. Spearheaded Root. Okay, so Carl and his second cousin Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottree at the time, spearheaded Root. They repaid his investment. Now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company, and they all benefit. Per tradition, or perhaps the new clothes always debut the way the first ones did. Rihanna became their college cover model. As she grew up, the products expanded to older kids. Her younger sisters were then recruited to show off the baby clothes. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go to Business Watch. Yeah, what was the name of his Clancy Roottree Clancy? Clancy Roottree. I mean, he's not a CEO. He wasn't a CEO, so yeah. And then, oh wait, Elias. Well, I would try to do like SQL injection. Like that episode of Highlander where you had a 300-year-old 10-year-old. Do I have any other than the yeah, I don't know his wife's name yet. Oh, you know what? Let's search Hudson Guy in here. Or Guy Hudson. No luck. I was trying to find out what his see if there was a mention of his wife. Of course, maybe there's something in and his wife Patricia dying in a car accident. There we go. And then I bet you if we search really? Nope. Huh. Okay. Oh no, Rafferty. Nope. Nope. Um. Oh, maybe that's. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. Earlier I was talking about Kim. This is her younger sister. All right, what is this XKCD you got here? Come on. There we go. Hi, this is your son's school. We're having some computer trouble. Oh dear, did he break something in a way? Did you really name your son Robert Drop Table Students? Oh yes, little Bobby Tables we call him. Well, we've lost this year's student records. I hope you're happy. Hope you've learned to sanitize your database inputs. Ah, that is amazing. Bobby tables. Database normalization. Or maybe you should have put the text in quotes. That way it didn't end up. Well, no, if you had sanitized your inputs, it would have already been, it would have been inserted into a quoted text string. There's a clue here, and I don't get it. Zach's not a bad president after all. And his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came to, yeah. Yeah. And so I don't know. Oh, there's another picture of her? Oh, wait. Wait. Let's see. If we go here. No, here. Evidence. Do we have the root tree? Do we have anything advertising root? No, but if I search. Okay. Holding her daughter, Rose. Okay, that's. I always do that. Yeah. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, MC. Maple Crisp, are Roottree's most recent product, introduced in '92. They are a series of crunchy wafers coated in nuts and chocolate. The website tenure of Ernie Jr., former president of Roottree Canal Company. Okay. I mean, MC. Okay. Well, I don't know why they'd be Maple Crisp then. All right. Well, that's the only place that those two can go. Are there any other females that... No. So these two have to be the last two root trees that I have that are female. Okay. I think I already tried, yeah. I don't think that this picture holds any clues, no. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, okay, let's go back here. Ronald. I think I tried this already. Okay. Um. All right. Yeah, that didn't help. I'm trying to figure out where I would get the second photo. Because I'm not seeing anything in the evidence. I don't think. Because she's the only one that has the second photo. Let's search Sheridan. Well, we know who Sheridan Thomas is, right? Okay, after a short engagement, they married. Okay. Okay, yeah, nothing. Married only a year. Time marches onward. Brother Trouble. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about two 16-year-old brothers of the same age, one adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come when... Okay. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers, doing more family-friendly material. You find a picture labeled Joke-a-Lantern 1997, as well as a different picture labeled Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets 1994. Both have been added to evidence. Okay. Do we have two pictures for this? No, we don't have two pictures for this. I guess it's possible. That wouldn't make sense. Unless one of these is Jack. Okay, you know what? We're going to put that as Jack. And then that would make this either Tessa or the other. You found this on a website about a comedy club, the Laugh Lounge. It's a photo titled Jack-o'-lantern or Joke-o'-lantern. It was taken during one of Tessa's fundraisers. Found this on a website. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets, 1994. Oh. Okay. So this is 94, so that'd be that one. This would be 97. So definitely still a baby. Let me see. Go back to it. Okay. What were... Okay. Oh, wait. I need to have 4 of them. I need to figure out... Okay, so apparently he's not advertising. Well, wait. I don't know that. Because I don't know what's going on with Nicole Madison. Okay. Penelope Green is a retired comedian. There's a result for Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s before she was a TV star on Brother Trouble. The site claims... Okay, let's see. Laugh Lounge. Okay. Doing more fan... So it's possible that's neither... Okay. Dustin Baker, often abbreviated DCB, has appeared in a few straight to VHS movies that adopt classic literature to family audience with minor success. The most popular of which was Jane Eyre, in which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novel as a high school romance with a focus on skateboarding. He doesn't seem to be related to the Roottrees, associated with the Roottrees. Okay. Oh. Wait. Okay. Often has to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come with raising 2 boys, which were extremely competitive in sports, academics, and even romantic pursuit of their next door neighbor, Roxy. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottree. The show had strong ratings through the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, mostly amongst the teenage girl demographic. However, it was canceled in 91, midway through the second season, due to significant drop-off in ratings. Okay. Ron Roottree is a small screen director and the head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and creating a one-season hit, Brother Trouble. Okay. So it was Ron, P-Funk production company responsible for Brother Trouble. You find a comment on Usenet board stating that Brother Trouble ended up being an ironic name considering the rumors about RR Productions and Robbie Roottree. There's not much relevant information about Robbie Roottree in a comment thread on a message board about television cliches. You find a thread called Why was Brother Trouble canceled? One user speculates, I think it's because the writing went downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. Another person replied, maybe it's due to the rumor about Robbie Roottree in Silver Screen magazine. There's a link to some kind of article that appears to be dead. I can't remember how to spell magazine. Think. Silver Screen Magazine was a Hollywood Insiders magazine focusing less on actors and actresses and more on the nitty-gritty writing, directing, costuming, set design, film promotion, and other elements of filmmaking. It ran from 1983 to 1993 and was bought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine a few years ago. And the website now redirects to the new magazine. The new magazine doesn't appear to have any relevance to your case. Okay. Nope. Well, focus. Okay, so. Okay, he was a screenwriter. Okay. A small rumors article from 1992 claims that self-taught television screenwriter Robbie Roottree was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in French court of law. It seems he again allegedly embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel a gambling. Oh, he was born after the divorce. That's why he was born out of wedlock. Gotcha. Wow, that's really bogus. So that's who Ronald tried to get out. Okay. And then Silver Screen continues to insist this is all very much allegedly assaulted. Okay, it seems he again allegedly embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit that left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He then fled to Paris where he grew up, and then Silver Screen continues to insist this is all very much allegedly assaulted an officer who came to question him. The article's author says they were unable to get a statement from French authorities but received information from an anonymous source and were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving Robert Roottree and at around the time that Brother Trouble was canceled. Nope, you can't have prisoner. Okay. Okay. Let's look up Ronald Roottree now. There's an article about Ron Roottree from 1984 entitled Don't Blame Nepotism, He Gets Results. After finding some small screen success first as the director for many soap opera episodes, and then stepping in as the showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions. Ron has decided to start his own television company. Ron was born in the US and grew up in Paris with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. He gobbled up American cinema whenever he could, and when he was old enough, returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he worked with have gone on record saying he's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of a joke lands perfectly. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 1986. Until then, he plans to find the right project. He has occasionally called upon his younger brother for script punch-ups and has thought about bringing him into the fold. Okay, that's all that's... Okay. I forget. Did I search? Let's see, history. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Did I search Robbie Roottree in here? Okay, yeah. It's just... Hmm. Uh, I know it says that it doesn't really focus on that stuff, but... Yep. Okay. But... Okay. I was thinking... Oh, wait, is there... Nope. Okay. I was hoping that maybe there was a... Okay, so we know about that, but we don't know... I think that that's correct. I just don't know this. All right. Oh, wait. Penelope. Okay. Actually, I can do this. History. Nope. Okay. Joke-O-Lantern in 97. But Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets in 94. But the only names that I have left, other than Jack, are Christina and Christina and Tessa, as far as root trees go. Okay, it's Christina. These 4 entries have been locked in. The following have also been locked in. Okay. So I still don't know her profession. I have no pictures of them. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 8. I have 8 to go. Oh wow, it's 119. One of his mothers. Curse you, happy people! Why can't you not be ambiguous? Yes. All right. But it is actually time for me to call it a day. I am running late. So with that, I do want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time with me. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you tomorrow, where we are going to continue Expedition 33. Until then, take care, everybody, and goodbye.